solo.
And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. Checking out the screen. It's a little bright. I think it will get darker. So one of the weird things about my setup is that I can't turn off the auto brightness adjust without making the frame rate get all wacky. So this is the reality we live in. So maybe one day that will get better, but this looks pretty good, I think. Again, as we get going and there's more stuff on the board, it just naturally gets darker. I am trying this little three-dimensional view from the side, and it's good to see the chat popping off already. We have hello everyone. I picked up Gaia Project after watching some of Solo Playthroughs. This is from ID Jester. Although I like Terra Mystica a lot, so we shall see if I like this one better. Solo can't convince me though. Man, I don't know if it's my job to convince anyone to like any game. I do have some thoughts about the solo mode of this game based on a thread that I saw recently, so we'll get to that in a second. Silva Fear says, hello, White Donkey, that intro was great, cracks me up every time. Excellent. And then Jester says, Solo needs to pick up the Terra Mystica big box. There was a lot more content for Terra Mystica than Gaia Project. There are like 26 fan-made races to play with and over 20 in the core game. Yeah, Terra Mystica is a beast of a game. I've only played it once. There's a lot of games I need to pick up, Jester. That's the... That's the problem. I don't know how many lifetimes people think I'm going to live. Sometimes it's like, there's just too many games and I have too many favorites. So, so many good choices for all us to pick from. Phoenix Knight, I'm enjoying my playthroughs of this way more than I thought I would, and I do have plans to get this on my channel, not next week, but the following. Yeah, good luck with that. I remember when I first started featuring Gaia Project, it was a bit nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking, not wrecking, and I definitely had some struggles, some really helpful chat that really kind of pointed out some little things I was doing wrong, and then eventually we righted the ship, and I became the Gaia Project master that I am today. Now I'm just some dude that I am decently okay at this game, but there are people that are way better than me based on the scores they post on Board Game Geek. Jester says, hi, Phoenix Knight, and chat, and then Jonathan Kokoski, hey, Greg, hey, all, hello to you, sir. So, yeah, quick thoughts about Gaia Project. Somebody wrote in a thread about solo modes and solo modes that make the mistake of trying to pretend that they are a real player in every way. And one of the things that Gaia Project does extremely well is that it lets the Automa break the rules while still, through breaking the rules, simulating as if you're playing against a real player. And I think it's a very, very sharp Automa. It's the best Automa I've ever played with to this level. And there's only a few that I've played this much. I mean, there's Scythe, there's yeah, I'm not a huge Automa card system guy, but I just really, so I really can't even think of anything beyond Scythe. I just love how the system works, and I love how the invariably you'll find yourself at least once a game where the Automa is like, I'm like, oh, please don't go on that town, or don't go on that planet, or please don't go up that track, right? And it does simulate that anxiety as if you were playing against a real player. And sometimes the Automa does crazy things and boxes you in, or it runs up the economic track in the first 2 rounds. You're like, well, I better find plan B. And I think that's super cool. Now, again, my gripe at this game that always remains, but never is enough of a gripe for me not to love this game as much as I do, is that in some ways this does become a beat your own score as you get used to it. The Automa score is between 135 to 160, just depending on how the game plays out. So if you're playing on hard mode, again, a 150 game is my goal. If I score less than 150, I'm like, eh. Now, some games are naturally lower scoring. I did just play a warm up where I beat the Xenos. It was like 149 to like 140. It was a really crazy, very interesting game. We'll see. Now, also, the Lantids are among the weaker factions. I guess in playtesting, they were coming out as one of the strongest factions, and then they were tweaked down and probably tweaked down a wee bit too much. But I do love their playstyle, and I'll go from there. I hope somebody got a kick out of the thumbnail I made for this. That is an homage to one of my favorite games as a child, one of my favorite video games as a child. So hopefully someone saw that connection. All right, we have Jonathan Kokoski. Every time I see this one played, I know I will like it. Going to wait to see what the upcoming Terra Mystica Age of Innovation looks like. Yeah, they really are pouring a lot into Terra Mystica from what I've gleaned from various sources. So that's pretty cool to see that game continue to get support and get some love. All right, I need to get my phone. Where's my phone? It's over here. Oh, here we go. So we are going to go to the Gaia Project randomizer. Again, I'm using boardgamehelpers.com. It is the most consistently working board generator I have seen. They are asking me to identify all the traffic lights. I don't know. This is very hard. Can I do it? I succeeded, guys. I know everyone was worried, and we're going to do a generation. Again, I am playing as the Lantids. I shall pick who I am playing against. So I have the other 6 Automas here. Again, if I get the Itars, I'm just going to use the gray. I don't like the way the white looks on the camera. It's a little bit too bright, so I'm going to roll a d6. I rolled a 1. We're against the Taclons. Fitting, I was just the ugly roaches last time, so fitting that we are playing against them today. What do the Taclons do? Well, their faction action is a QI. It's a place of mine action, range 3, and they will try to crowd you. That's gonna be okay with the Lantids because we have the ability to basically build on their planets anyway. There's going to be a power QIC action, and then they will get 2 points. That is their faction action. They have no special ongoing ability. So we'll put that over here. I think that will work pretty well. And then I do need to get all of their stuff. I'll get their stuff in a second. Let me get the rest of this set up. So we're going to have the Federation token up there is going to be 8 points plus 2 power in your power cycle. We have our Lost Planet token there. We have to get our advanced tech tiles. The first one is going to be 3 points when you pass for each research lab you have on the board. The one for the navigation track is going to be 5 points when you take this for each Federation token you have. I really like that tile. That could be a nice 20, 25 point play. We're going to have the 3 points every time you build a mine. After you have that one, we're going to have 3 points for each Federation token every time you pass. Now, I did use that in my last game to nice advantage and was able to rack up some decent points with that. We're going to have 2 points for every time you move up on a research area after you take that, and then this one is 2 points for each sector you are in at the time you take that. The standard tech tiles, we have 4 credit on the economic track. On the knowledge track, we get 1 knowledge for each planet type you have. I don't love that there at all. That's rough. All right, we'll see how we can deal with that. Down on the bottom row here, we have 1 ore and 1 QIC. When you take that, we have 4 credit for your Planetary Institute and 4 credit for your academies. Cycle 4, like that on the bottom row, 1 knowledge and 1 credit. Income is going to be on the terraforming track. On the navigation track, we have 3 points every time you put a mine on a Gaia planet. 7 points in income underneath the terraforming track. Wow. Or the Gaia forming track. Wow, I don't love that there at all either. And then we have 1 ore and 1 credit in income. So those 2 are in bad spots. Those are tiles I like to get late, and to have them on the 2 tracks that if I go up them, I'm going to want to go up them early is not ideal. Now, one of the things I could do is get if I'm going to lean into either of those, which now I might, it just gives me a little more reason to leave them, and that I can get them late as like my last jump. it's an idea. Now the only other income tile though I have that would give me jumps at all up there on the bottom row, as far as bottom row is concerned, is going to be the ability to cycle 4 power once a round. All right, the round boosters, we have the 1 terraforming step and 2 credit and income. We have 2 points when you pass for each trading station you have on the board, plus 1 ore in income. We have 3 points for every research lab you have on the board, plus 1 knowledge and income. 4 points for each academy or planetary institute of your board you have on the board when you pass, plus you get to cycle 4 power. And then the last one is 3 plus 3 to your navigation and cycle 2 power. So those are pretty strong. We'll do our end game scoring tiles. We're going to have the number of Gaia planets. So that would be another argument to maybe do a Gaia forming strategy. Haven't done one of those in a while on the channel, so wouldn't hate that. We're going to get that is going to be on the 4. So that is what the third player dummy player's mark is. It is 4, so we're going to need 5 to get 18 points at least, assuming that we both beat the dummy player and the Automa. And then finally have the number of planets in federations, and that is basically the number of planets that the Automa has built minus 1 is how they work there. And again, the dummy player's mark is a 10. The map, we have number 2. These are not orders, so this might take a second. We'll do it this way. So number 7 is going to be over here. Number 2 is going to be here. It's funny, sometimes this is like really easy, and sometimes I'm like, have I ever made this map before? So I think we're coming together pretty quickly today, which is good. Number 3 is going to be up here. Number 5 is going to be here. Now, again, normally you cannot have planet types touching that are the same. The transcendent planets are exempt from that, so that is totally legit. And another reason, hey, maybe some Gaia forming would make some sense. Now, the problem with Gaia forming as the Lantids is they only start with 4 power in their cycle, so we would need to get up to there. Well, I guess once we get there, we'll add 3. So that's gonna be an interesting tension, right? But then if you're taking power to your cycle, that does mean you're not going to have the chance to, again, that doesn't come in until the income phase. So if we're trying to cycle power there, we're going to have some weird tensions there. So I might try to get a whole bunch of power in my cycle. Yeah, I get power in my cycle from there. I get power in my cycle from that. All right, yeah, we'll have definitely some competing interest. And that's, I think, with the Lantids, you have a lot of competing interest, which makes them so tricky to play. Like, again, you're doing their faction ability, and I'll get to that, but you do their faction ability, and all of a sudden, all your mines are on the board. You could be in a place late game where you're like, I could get all these points, but I have no more mines because I trapped them all up. You know, there are definitely parts of their strategy that can become a trap if you do it too much. So we'll see if I can find a good balance with all of that. So that is our planet. I think that's a rest of setup. I'm just going to need to get the components for the taclons. Oops, and I'm going to have a little bit of an earthquake over here. Never mind me. Cool. So I'm going with a little bit of different setup today because I put that extra camera on the board. Oh, shoot. Nope. One more thing. I need to get the round scoring tiles. So in round 1, you get 3 points every time you put a trading station on the board. In round 2, you get 5 points if you build a planetary institute or an academy. I will probably build my planetary institute in round 2 as a result of that. In round 3, 4 points for every Gaia planet you build. Don't hate that. In round 5, 5 points for every Federation token you take. In round 6, 5 points for building an academy or a Planetary Institute, and round 7, 3 points for a Gaia planet. Yeah, so everything about this is screaming we're going to go up that Gaia forming track, and I don't see how I could try to do a different strategy with all of this setup. So we'll see if I can pull that off. Let me get the Taclon's stuff. All right, bunch of Taclon stuff. We don't need the Brainstone. We don't need the Gaia formers. The rest of this will be fine. So we'll put that Planetary Institute over there. There are 2 academies. Our 3 research labs. 4 trading stations. Our 8 mines. I'll just put 6 over there, and then we'll get the other 2 on the board to start. The Tachlons do not start up on any of the research areas, so no head start for them there. They're going to put themselves on the board in the 2 brown planets closest to the center of the universe. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's winner, winner, chicken dinner, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That is another chicken dinner. If I don't know if roaches like chicken dinners, but you know, it's a thing. I'm going to put little reminder tokens on the scoring tiles to make sure I remember to score the Tachlons at the end of every round. You could just give them all their points for the game up front. I found that a little bit less fun from an experiential standpoint, but probably the smarter way to do it. And I'm going to put their markers here for end game scoring, and I'm going to put 1 brown there to help let me see the terraforming steps a little bit quicker. They're all their research area pogs here, and we'll give their point marker there. We have our 17 Automa cards. I'm going to shuffle them up, and we're going to flip one over. Look in the bottom right. They're going to take this as their starting round booster. That looks good. And now I'm going to look for all the 6 cards that have the green box at the bottom, plus adding card number 9 because we're playing on hard. So that's 4, 5, 6, and that's their 7 starting cards. So I'm going to shuffle the rest of these cards up. We're going to add 1. We're going to take 5 more, and then 4 come out of the game. I'll put them underneath the Tachlons card. I'm going to take the 8 cards in front of me, shuffle them up, and then we're going to put 3 to the side, 5 on top. These go over here, and the Automa's deck is set for round 1. All right, let me check out the chat. YouTube has failed me again. The reminder did not come in time. What's up, Saget? Supposedly there was some Gaia Project expansion content coming at some point as well. Correct, says Silver Fear. I believe that is the case. I have heard murmurings. It's a rough time for a lot of companies, and this is not a huge company. Oh wait, no, Z-Man's involved in this, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it is Z-Man. I think Z-Man's owned by Asmodee. So I don't know what's going on, man. Everything got out of whack and schedules got pushed back and the whole 9 yards. There have been hints at that since before COVID, I think, so Silver Fear. Next time I play this, I will have to relearn the damn thing. It's been years, even though we played like 10 times. I don't remember what is going on. You won yesterday, so we are all here to witness a lopsided defeat. Don't worry too much about your strategy. Silver Fear laughs. Mike James, what's up, Mike? How are you? Hi, Greg. I'm so bad with the Lantids. And hi, Sag, forgetting Gaia Project is a crime. You have to rectify that. Laugh out loud. Yeah, the Lantids are rough, man. I really like them. They're actually I've gotten a little bit better with them because when I play with my friends, I kind of try to nerf my advantage by taking the Lantids or taking the Gleans, like taking some of the weaker factions. So I kind of got used to their shtick, but it is one of those things that if your strategy's off, you're not going to realize until too late often. You're going to get to that last round and be like, oops, I did not leave myself enough X, whatever X is. X is often, in my case, if I have messed up in my strategy, X is often I have not leave myself enough mines. And, sometimes it's hard to overcome that. But, yeah, I'm excited. So it's a much more straightforward setup, I think, than the last live playthrough, where I still a little bit amazed that I was able to pull that victory off, considering how bad that first round went. I'm going to put my 2 starting mines on the board. Obviously, we want to be up in the Tachlon's face but I also want to be near some Gaia planets. So I don't know if I want to take that one in the corner. Here we're giving X to Gaia planets. Remember, the tack lines are going to be developing into yellow planets and to gray planets. So I don't think that one is going to help me all that much. If I go here, yeah, I just don't want to put myself in that corner and get trapped out of the Gaia planets. And the tack lines, the fact that they're going to develop closer to me, and the fact that Gaia planets are only one terraforming step, it also means the tack lines are going to be gobbling those puppies up pretty quick. I mean, that range 3 is actually very nice, the more that I consider that. So there is an argument to say, hey, maybe I go here, I take advantage of that range 3. It's +3 to range. So if I get up there, it'd be range. That's +3 to range. And starting range is 1, so it's actually range 4. That's really sick. Yeah, starting range is 1. I think because that round booster is there, this makes a little bit of sense. And because they're faction action, I'll let the Taclons kind of eat up a lot of these planets, which I really don't want. And I should be able to get myself out into the universe after that. Should being the operative word. And the fact that I can build on the Taclons is going to be helpful. So let me read the Lantids special abilities. All right, ability. When you take the build a mine action, you may build a mine on a planet colonized by an opponent, including the lost planet. Place your mine next to the opponent's structure. You do not have to pay for terraforming, but you must still pay the mine's cost. This mine counts as a normal mine in all ways, except it cannot be upgraded, and it does not count for any effects that relate to how many planet types or Gaia planets you have colonized. Each time you have build Planetary Institute. Each time you build a mine on a planet colonized by an opponent, you gain 2 knowledge. So basically, do not want to be doing that until we have our Planetary Institute on the board. Probably will not be having a Planetary Institute on the board until round 2. I am going to take this booster. Talk myself into it. Yeah. All right, let's go to income. So income, I'm going to go from 4 to 7 because I have 3 ore there. I get 1 knowledge. I go from 3 to 4. And then I have no credit income, but I am going to cycle to power. We'll do that. My first action of the game. Oh, I also start with a QIC, which will go hither. If I take that, then that would give me range to that transdam if I want to do Gaia forming immediately. That's such a weird strategy. That's such a weird strategy. All right, we're doing it. We're going to Gaia our faces off, kids, and we'll see how this works. So I'm going to spend 1 ore, 2 credit, a QIC, and I'm going to get the range increase from the round booster, and I'm placing a mine hither. And then the question is, can I, well, even if I take that, I can get the extra power I'm going to need there. But then that raises the question is, what the heck? Well, I might not actually be getting a tech tile this round anyway. All right. Taclons go. So that is our first support card, the first action card for the Taclons. They are doing an upgrade action. They're going to upgrade a mine to a trading station closest to me. That's 2 away from me. This is adjacent. So they're upgrading that. I can cycle 1 for free, and then the Taclons are getting 2 points. My turn. I am going to... for credit... This is a weird setup. All right, I'm going to spend 2 ore and 3. I just haven't done a Gaia forming heavy game in a very long time, so bear with me. So I built a mine. The round tile says I get 3 points for that, so I go from 10 to 13. I probably should have built that first, hoping they had an upgrade card so I could have, powered another power. But if I'm taking all the power out of my cycle anyway to do a Gaia forming project, not sure how helpful that would have been. The Automa is going to go. That becomes a support card. Now they're doing a faction action. Endgame scoring does not matter because it has the second box, and then endgame scoring would be number of tokens, number of structures in the Federation. Again, doesn't matter. So instead, they're building a mine. Range 3, the first tiebreaker because of the faction ability on their faction action is going to be closest to me. That means they're going to gobble up that transcendent planet. That goes there. I'm going to be able to cycle 1 power. We are getting... I don't think I'm getting 2 jumps. They're going to do a power QIC action, 1 coming from the left. Again, that's all part of their faction action, and then the Automa gets 2 points. I think I need to build a research lab. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 ore. I'm going to spend 5 credit. I'm building this research lab here. That lets me take a tech tile. I'm going to take this tile, which will really help to overcome the pain of having all my power stuck in the power cycle, but also give me the ability to cycle those over, maybe get 3 more power if I need it. But since I took that tile, actually I won't need to take the 3 power because I'll be able to jump up this twice, which will be good. And that will get me up on that row, which will give me access to my first Gaia former, which I will put here. Automa's turn. Automa is placing a mine. It's not a faction action, so we don't worry about closest to me. They're doing a mine range 2. Endgame scoring doesn't matter because it has the bottom one, not the top. So we're looking at range 2. Again, brown and yellow. Brown is their home planet, so the other swamp planets are over here. So we're looking at yellow or grays that are range 2, realistically, or Gaia planets that are range 2. There are no Gaia planets. There are no grays. There's that 1 yellow. So they're going to put a mine there. I am not within the neighborhood of that, so I cannot power off of that, and then the Taclons get 1 point. My turn, I'm going to cycle 4 power. That goes there. Automa's turn. Automa's doing an upgrade. Automa's going to upgrade their trading station into their planetary institute. They get 1 point. I have all my power cycled, so unfortunately I will not be able to take advantage of that opportunity. My turn, I'm going to cycle 4. I'm going to take 2 ore. Automa's turn. Potential end of round for them. It is not. It is their other faction action. So endgame scoring matters, but tiebreaker A is going to supersede, I believe. Automa player card. Tiebreaker. Build the mine. Yep. All right. So they're going to go closest to me, and if there's a tie at that point, then the Gaia planet would matter more than anything else. So this is 2 away from me. This is 2 away from me, and that's fine. Neither of them are Gaia planets or transit planets, so that's not going to matter. And then they are going to go to number of terraforming steps. They're both orange planets, so equal number of terraforming steps. So then they're going to go directional selection coming from the top. They're going to snag this planet over here. That lets me cycle 1 power for free, which is fine. Then the Automa is going to go ahead and do a power QIC action. They're doing 1 from the left, and then they're getting 2 points from their card, so they go from 16 up to 18. All right, my turn. This can come off. They have got a lot of structures on the board quick. So that's kind of to be expected. My turn. I'm going to spend 4 knowledge to go up to the 2nd level on the Gaia forming track. That gets me 3 more power into my cycle. I will put that into bin 1. Atoma's turn. Potential end of round for them. It is the end of the round. So we go to the support card. They take this. This goes here. They're going to grab 1 more card from their pile, which is underneath their faction card. We'll take this, and we're going to shuffle this up. We're going to give them their round booster scoring. It's going to be 3 points because we're on the first 3 rounds. So they go from 18 to 21. Shuffle this up. And we will reset their deck for the next round. My turn. I don't know if I want to get a trading station to get those 3 points, but then I'm going to be losing an ore. And ore is a problem. I could take that to get a couple of credits. I think I just don't build the trading station. I don't know if the 3 points now is worth it, although I will need a trading station on the board anyway, so I can build my Planetary Institute, which I want to do next round. Well, I'm going to do a Gaia project, so I'm going to take 6 power out of my cycle because I'm still in the first 3 levels of that, and then I'm going to be able to put my Gaia former on top of there. And now it's still the question of, do I want to build the trading station this turn, or do I want to take... Basically, do I want the 3 ore, or do I want the 3 credits? 3 ore, 3 credit. So it'd be 3 credit and 3 points, or do I want 3 ore and not 3 points? I think I take the 3 credits. So I'm going to spend the 2 ore. Oh, it's so expensive though. Wonder if I can get an academy next round. If I just make that an academy, bam. Bam. Like Emerald. If I don't build my Planetary Institute next round, if I build an academy, could give me some QIC. Could give me a lot of knowledge. Probably need to start going up the navigation track too. I mean, or if I get a QIC, I can extend. If I get there to there. And all the Gaia planets are over there, so I am going to want to get to level 2 of the navigation track pretty quick. Yikes. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on in this game. I'm going to chill. I don't think we're getting my Planetary Institute on the board next game. Next turn, I will try to do it the following turn. Maybe. Maybe. All right. So that is the end of my round. I'm going to take a booster. The Automa should have that. The booster I'm going to take is... This will flip. The booster I will take... The Terraforming Step is tempting. I just don't know where I'd actually use it. Nowhere. I would use it nowhere. So that raises the question of how the heck am I going to get... How am I going to get... Gonna be short on something. I'm gonna be short on credits. I'm gonna be short on ore. It's gonna be a really bad round. Oh, I did colonize this planet type, and the Automa is colonized yellow and orange. This, I'm afraid, is going to be a terrible round. These can come out. I will take the extra ore. I don't love the point thing. I don't think it's gonna matter. I'll take the extra ore. All right. Let's go to income. I'll check the chat. Asmodee isn't a great either, if we are honest. Mike James, well, yes, we all have to stick stat stack games that we never even played and want to get to somehow. For sure, Cooper Island stares at me regularly, says Mike. Let's say that the market is the fullest of games these past few months that rarely get traded around here. So I may have overreached a bit, acquiring a bunch of stuff. We'll catch up by summer. That's a great problem to have, says Mike. Private Vendetta, I like to touch the tactiles. Saget laughs. Mike James, that 3 power for the Lantids is important, I think. Again, still learning, but they seem power starved even without Gaia forming. Yeah, they totally are. They totally are. So, yeah, I'm kind of in a pickle right now that I don't love. But I think the way the rest of the board came out, it was like begging for me to go for this Gaia forming strategy. So anyway, so we're going to the income phase. I'm going to take 3 ore, so I go from 3 to 6. I get another ore, so I go from 6 to 7. I'm going to get 2 knowledge, so I go from 0 to 2. I have no credits. All right, we're going to go to the Gaia forming phase. So we're going to make this into a Gaia planet. My Gaia former just stays there very happily. And we will now get the 6 things out of the bin. And the reality is I'm either, if I want to get the Planetary Institute out, I'm going to be... I could do that. Oh, it's so expensive. I need 6 ore and 9 credit. And I only have 3 credits. I'm 6 credits short. Now, if I can somehow get to there, that's going to be a stretch. Hopefully they do some upgrading. Upgrading those only going to be over there, which is not enough. Yeah, ideally I build this Gaia planet. Just not... Maybe I'm actually not even doing a Gaia project this turn. But it's just such a waste of the round booster for next turn. This game's a thinker, man. If I can get a trading station, my Planetary Institute, and a mine out this round, that's a good round. So I have the ore I need for that. I just don't know. I'm missing 7 credit. I'm missing more than that. I'm missing 9. I'm missing 8 credit. Wolf, that's not happening. That is not happening. All right, I'm going to cycle this 4 and then kind of take stock. Let me see what the Automa does. Automa's going next. Oh, this can come. Oh, I just did that. This comes off. This comes off. Automa's doing a power QIC action. Endgame scoring matters, but their tiebreaker over here, closest to me, matters more. And closest to me is going to mean they're going to put this mine here, which does get them access to that Gaia planet, which doesn't make me extremely happy. They are going to get... I'm going to be able to spend a point to cycle 2. Yes, and yes. And they are going to get a power QIC action. Put this over here so I can see that. They're going to go 1 coming from the left, and they're getting 2 points, 21 to 23. Ah, man. I'm going to try to get my trading... I think I'm going to try to do something here. Which might be a mistake. But I'm going to try it anyway. Cycle 4, cycle 4. Yeah, hopefully do a bunch of upgrading. Problem is, it doesn't work. I'm going to be brokety broke. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be broke. I'm just not seeing how this comes together. All right, I'm spending 2 ore and 3 credit. So I have 0 credit. I'm putting this on the board here. This mine will come here. Atoma's turn. Automa's placing a mine. Range 2. It's not a faction action. So we're looking at fewest terraforming steps. That's going to be brown, gold, or Gaia. And of course, that Gaia is going to win, and it's not in my neighborhood, so I'm not going to be able to power off of that. That's bad. 1 point. Really considering passing right now. Realistically, for this to work, I need to get up there. I need to spam those 2 Gaia planets next turn, and then set myself up to kind of take over those transiting planets in future turns. So I need to get to level 2 in the navigation track. But I just don't know how I get the QIC to make that happen. If I do Planetary Institute late game, rack up a bunch of knowledge there. I just don't think it makes sense to totally crush my power cycle right now just to try to make something happen from the second round. So I think I just pass. Just bananas. I'm not happy about that. Could take that range. The range could be helpful. It gives me access to that Gaia planet. But I'd have to build a mine here first. I'm still not adjacent. Oh, dear God. This is bad, man. Come on, dolphin people, you're failing me. Shoot. Yeah, I just don't have the credits. If I had known this was going to be the round, I should have built that last turn just to get the extra credits. I don't think the ore was worth it. I should have got the credits and the points. All right. Well, interesting. That could be there. If I get another tactile, could take that. Gets me up to there. Spam those. All right, that's an idea. It ain't great. I'm gonna do it. Oh, what do I want? That could work. I'm gonna take the terraforming step. Passing, 2 points. Automa's gonna have a pretty sick round, and we'll see if we can't play some catch up. This can come off. All right, Automa's up. They're gonna have several rounds in a row. They are doing a power QIC action, 4 coming from the right. 1 point. They're up to 25. Next, they're doing a closest to shoot. Closest to me, range 3. That Gaia planet is out. Oh, that's really bad. Hey, this game's a disaster. I'm tempted to restart. Oh, never mind. Closest to me, range 3. That's 3 away from me. All right, it's going to come down to tiebreaker because I don't actually have that planet colonized yet. I just have a Gaia former there. So that's 3 away. That's 3 away. That's 3 away. All right. The directional selection. Well, this is terraforming steps. Oh, I'm screwed anyway. Because that's 2 terraforming steps. That's 3 terraforming steps. So yeah, they are taking the Gaia planet. That's awful. They're going to do a tiebreaker 5 coming from the right. They're getting 2 points, 25 to 27. My strategy for next round is totally garbage. They're going to go again. They're moving up in their highest track. They are at level 0 on every track, so they're going to move up on this track because of the random number generator. We get a point there, and then potential end of round. Nope, they're moving up on a random track, 3 from the left. Potential no points, potential end of round. They are upgrading, except they're not. this support card tells them to take this. We're going to add a card to their stack. We're going to get this. They get 0 points from that. And next round, it's going to be 4 points for each Gaia planet. There should be 8. Yep, that's right. This can come back on here. 4 points for every Gaia planet we colonize. And of course, I'm going Gaia forming, and the Automa already has 3 Gaia planets, and I have 0. Awesome. By awesome, I mean yikes. All right, this will come out. This will go here. I passed, so I'm going to go first. We go to income. Income, I get 2 knowledge. Income, I get 5 credit, and I get 2 more ore. That's it. Looking at the chat. All right, seeing nothing. These come off. See if we can't overcome that really terrible round. I'm going to... Ah, man, them taking that was so bad. All right, I have a lot of things that need to happen all at once. So I'm going to spend 1 ore and 2 credit to place a mine here. Gaia Former comes back. Automa's turn. This goes here. Their support card. They're doing a faction action, because of course they are. Closest to me does put them in this yellow. That's their last mine on the board, so that's fine. Doing a power QIC action 4 from the left and 2 points, 28 to 30. Done. Oh, I can power off of that. I can power 1. Don't mind if I do. And done. I think I'm taking another tactile. This is really bad. All right, I'm going to spend this 4 knowledge to move up on this research area, which gives me a QIC. Automa's turn. Automa is doing a power QIC. I'm sorry, Automa's doing an upgrade action. They're upgrading a mine to a trading station. Closest to me is this one or this one. So directional selection says the bottom. So they're going to make that into a trading station. I can cycle 1 for free. 3 points for the Automa. They go from 30 to 33. My turn. I'm going to spend. I need to get a tactile, which is weird, but it is. Oh, it's not going to matter. Oh, and the credits are full. Oh. When did that happen? All right, I'm going to spend these 2 to get 2 more credits. I'm spending 5 credits and 3 ore, so I go from 5 down to 2. No. So it's 6. I was at 7. I spent 1. I was at 6. I go 6 down to 3. I'm pretty sure that's right. Someone could tell me if I had that wrong. Because I just spent the 1. 1 and 2. And I was at 5. And I cycled this 2 credit using that 2 power to using that. Great. So I spent a 5 and a 3. I'm putting a trading station on the board. I'm going to put it over here. I don't have much of a choice. And then that's going to give me a tactile. I'm going to take this tactile. It gives me an ore and a QIC. And I'm going to move up on here. The problem is I have 0 access to credit. That was the worst thing for them to cover. That's really bad. I mean, I could keep cycling credit 1 to 1, but it's not ideal. But I need navigation too to make any of this work. All right, Atoma's turn. Atoma's placing a mine and game score. Oh, come on, man. They're taking that Gaia planet, because of course they are. End game scoring matters. They're taking that. And that's game, I think, for me. Well, I can go the other way. Yeah, I'm really tempted to restart this. It's a joke. 1 point. 33 to 34. I get walloped. I am getting walloped. They have no more mines, so that's a thing. Alright, I'm going to spend a QIC to extend my range from navigation 2 to navigation 4, which will let me get to that Gaia planet. I'm spending another QIC so I could terraform a Gaia planet. Well, I'm not doing that yet. Hold on. Hold your horses. I'm going to cycle 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was my action. Atoma's turn. Automa's doing an upgrade. They're going to upgrade a mine to a trading station. Closest to me is that one. I could spend a point to cycle 2. Sure. So I go from 14 down to 13, cycle 2. And 1 point for the Automa, 34 to 35. Now, spending 1 QIC to extend my range, 1 QIC to terraform a Gaia planet. I'm going to cycle 2 of these power to get 2 credit. I'm spending an ore and the 2 credit I just got to place a mine here. That's 4 points. I go from 13 up to 17. Atoma's turn. Atoma's doing a upgrade action. Mine to a trading station. Closest to me is this, or this. Directional selection says this guy. Trading station here. I could spend a point to cycle 2. Yes, point 2. 2 points for the Automa, 35 to 37. I'm going to yeah, I don't even think I'm getting a Federation next turn. Woof. I mean, the Atoma's already got 4 Gaia planets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 transit planets left. I have 3 Gaia planets. So I could still technically take them over on that. If I could form a Federation next turn, it'd be good for the 5 points, but I'm seriously behind the 8 ball right now. I'm going to cycle this 4. They took my credits. Yeah, they did. Alright, I'm going to cycle this 4 to get... It's not going to have the credits. It's like the resounding theme of this game as I'm having 0 credits. I'm going to take the 2 ore while I can. Atoma's turn. This goes here. They're moving up in their highest track. There's 2 that are tied. 1 from the left. That goes up 1 point. I mean, I can't even. Actually, let me not do this last turn because I realize I want to take advantage of this. So 2 ore back. These go back. I'm just going to cycle 4 of these to get 4 credit. And then last turn I would have spent 2 credit and an ore and this terraforming step to place a mine here. That didn't change anything for the Automa's turn. And again, the free exchange wasn't an action, so that was all 1 turn. So now it's my turn. This turn, I'm going to do a Gaia forming project. I'm going to Gaia form here. I still have to take 6 out. I'll put this over here. Gives me access to that one next turn. So I could maybe try to like really control these Gaia planets. And I mean, that endgame scoring is gonna have to be where it's at. Alright, Atoma's turn, potential end of round. It's a faction action. Endgame scoring does matter. But again, that's second priority. First priority is to get closest to me. Oh, man. Which means that they're going to take this transiting planet and put a mine there. I can cycle 1. Don't mind if I do. And Automa is going to do a faction action. 1, 2, 3, 2 points. Or a power QSC action, 2 points. And that is their 5th Gaia planet. So I have 3. That'd be 4, 5, 6. I mean, even if I get 2 of those remaining 3, they still have 6. That's amazing. So I need to get 3 of those 3. I need to get all 3 of them. This and those 3. Wow. I'm going to pass. They've had their faction action twice every round. That's just some bad luck. That is just some bad luck. I'm taking this for the extra knowledge. These come off. This will go here. This comes here. Score thing here. Potential end of round. It is. They're going to grab this. This goes out. Done. We're going to add a card. I might not even score 100. So bad. This is really, really bad. All right. These come here. This goes here. And the Automa gets 2 points from the round booster, 40 to 42. We're going to go to the chat. Can you explain Gaia Planets? Terra Mystica doesn't have this. I'm wondering why and what they do and how they build. Yeah, good question. That is the most confusing part about the game, but it is like literally the game. Like the Terrans, like just play as the Terrans a couple times and you'll get it by the end. But ultimately, the Gaia forming track, when you start the game, you cannot colonize a Gaia planet. As you move up on this track, you start getting the ability to colonize a Gaia planet. Now, there's 2 ways you can. Actually, that's not true. In the beginning of the game, there's 2 ways to colonize a Gaia planet. At the start of the game, you only have access to one of those 2 ways. As you move up on this track, you get access to a second way. So the first way to colonize a Gaia planet is do a normal build a mine action. So you need to have range, but instead of having to pay for terraforming, you have to pay a QIC. So again, you pay 1 QIC, you pay the ore and the 2 credit, you can build a mine on a Gaia planet. Now, some of these purple planets, you can't do that on. You have to do it on a green planet. The purple planets are where you get the transitant planets, and that's where the Gaia Former track comes into play. To do to start a Gaia project on a transitant planet, you need to be somewhere up in this track. So if I get to the first level, I could take 6 power out of my cycle, and I can put if I get to the first level, I get a Gaia Former. I can put a Gaia Former on my board, and then I can take 6 power out of my cycle to put this on a transitant planet. The following round, after income, you would take this transitant planet, make it a Gaia planet, and now you can build a mine on there like normal, just for the cost of 1 ore and 2 credit. You don't have to spend a QIC at that point. If I get further up this track, you'll see I'll have access to other ones of my other Gaia formers. This is the one I just built. I have access to the other Gaia formers, and I can basically start multiple Gaia projects around. Now, you don't want to start a Gaia project in round 6 with or you don't want to try to turn a transit planet to a Gaia project round 6. You'll never be able to build a mine on there. Now, the Automa kind of cheats that system. If they can basically turn a transit planet into a Gaia planet and colonize it right away. Again, that's 2 terraforming sets for them, so you'll kind of see that. So again, they don't necessarily play by the rules, but for you, you're just limited to. Again, you start the game, you're limited to spending a QIC to colonize a Gaia planet. As the game goes, you can start doing these projects, and then the next round you'll have the ability to turn that into a Gaia planet and then colonize it. So we'll see that. So let me do my income first. So my income is going to be 0 to 4 knowledge. I get 3 ore, so 2 to 5, and I have squadouche credit. I mean, I'm just so credit poor. Like this entire game, I've been super, super credit poor, and that's partially not going up the economic track, and with the Gaia forming, I haven't been able to get my power into a place where I can take advantage of that. The fact that the Automa hogged that up for me was really bad and unfortunate. So it's just been kind of a comedy of errors at this point. I only have 7 power in my cycle. Oh, dear God. All right. At any point, too, I can add to my power cycle by spending an ore. So that's something I probably want to consider. Gaia. All right. So I did my income phase. It was egregiously bad. Now in the Gaia phase, I'm going to put this Gaia planet under my Gaia former, and we're going to take this power out of this Gaia forming area and put it into bin 1. And now we proceed. I'm going to spend an ore and 2 credit, and I'm going to put a mine there, and that's a Gaia planet. The Automa is going to go. I mean, I'm just so pot committed right now to this Gaia forming that I don't really have an option to try to abort, but I don't think this is going to end well for me at all. So we're doing an upgrade action for the Automa, closest to me. They're going to turn this mine into a trading station. I can cycle 1. 2 points. Automa goes from 42 to 44. My turn. I'm going to spend 4 knowledge to go from 4 to 0, move up here. That's going to cycle 3 power and gives me a second Gaia former. The Automa's turn. They're doing an upgrade action. They're doing a mine to a trading station. They have no more trading stations, so they're doing a trading station to a research lab closest to me, coming from the top. That's this guy over here. I could spend a point to cycle 2. So it puts that all there, and the Automa gets 1 point, 44 to 45. I'm going to do this action to cycle 4. Automa's turn. They're moving up on a random track. 1, 2. They're moving up on that track. 0 points. I'm going to do this action, cycle 4, and finally get some credits. Like I'm 0 to 7. Automa's turn. moving up on their highest track. They have one track on level 2. They're going to move up on that track. They get a point, 45 to 46. I'm going to do a Gaia Project. It only costs me 4 now, so we're going to take those 4 power out of my cycle. I'm going to put this here. Automa's turn. They're placing a mine. Endgame scoring matters because it always freaking matters. Oh, it's so stupid. I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated. The Automa, range 2, they're going to do this. They're going to place a mine. I can cycle 1 for free. They get a point. I'm going to spend a ore and 2 credit to place a mine on the blue planet there. Automa's turn. Closest to me, that means they're going to take that planet. That's game. They're going to beat me on the in-game scoring for Gaia planets. So gross, dude. I mean, the cards just came out the absolute worst order. I literally just placed that thing there. Every time they placed a mine, as endgame scoring mattered, and closest to me just kept being transdims. It was just like a really serious, and they upgraded twice to get all their mines back too. So that goes there. I can cycle 1. From the 4 from the left, from the right, they get 2 points, 47 to 49. I mean, my whole strategy just got blown up. It's really bad. I'm just trying to think if there's any way I can salvage this. Is it even worth it? Is it even worth it? I don't have enough to build a planetary institute right now. Yeah, I mean, they just absolutely crushed me. They're going to crush me both end-game scoring tiles. You can't ignore in-game scoring, not with the Lantids. I mean, you need to put points there. The point swing there is so huge. I'm trying to think if I could build a federation. I mean, the whole thing was just a joke. It's absolutely wiped. Absolutely wiped. Wow, that was really bad. I just don't know if it makes sense to build another mine. Could get a trading station out. Probably makes more sense. if I can start thinking about where I want to start building some federations, because I can't get them out this turn, which is just, yeah, there's really no point in playing this out, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, we're going to spend, I'm so hamstrung. That's bad. It's a really bad game. What time is it? 1:15. Okay, thanks for the info. That helps. I was reading it. It didn't make any sense. This should clear it up somewhat. Is this part where we give this playthrough last rates? If anyone can pull this out, it's Greg. It's nah. Nah, so many things went wrong. I mean, just the order of the cards. I mean, the number of times, like, literally, they pull their faction action right when I give them access to a Gaia planet. Yeah, the whole game collapsed really badly. I mean, and how like the number of resources I put into winning the Gaia planet strategy, and I'm gonna end up on the wrong side of that. I mean, they're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7. I'm gonna max out at 6, which is so mind-blowingly stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I did that. I'm only at 5. Wolf. Right, because I was trying to get that and that, and I only got 1. I got 1 of the 3. I couldn't even tie them. Yeah, it's 7 to a 5. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they have 7, and I ended up with 5. Oh, that's hard to believe. Especially because I kind of put that guy as a red herring to keep them over there, and just the way it worked out, the way their cards came out, 2 faction actions every turn. They just hunted me down. They just jumped into all the stuff, and every time they got to build a mine, it was always akin with endgame scoring mattering. Oh man, yeah, 7 to 5 is not going to cut it. Yeah, this game is bad. I don't see a path to this even being fun. I never got the faction action. I mean, it could just be the guy from Strategy to Lantids is just kind of a disaster. I haven't had a game this bad since the Best Gods, but even the Best Gods was like kind of a fun game. I mean, I didn't come out, I didn't win it, but it was still kind of something that I felt competitive. This is just a joke. I gotta try to get another research lab out there, but reality is this game is very over. Yeah, I'm calling it. It's not even worth it. Let's try to set up. It's Guy Tech Greg. What's up, Jonas? How are you? I mean, this has been ass kicking time. This has not been Gaia time. We're gonna try to run it back. I don't think I've ever done this with Gaia, so we'll run it back. I mean, the whole game just fell apart. I went Gaia forming heavy, lost that race. Again, it's one of those things like I kind of like it about the game where it's like I feel like I was up against an AI opponent that was that was reading my mind, right? It was like kind of doing whatever I wanted to do it, and it just kept being one step ahead of me. And that's definitely something that can happen in this game for sure, like against real players. So I don't. It's hard to mind it too much. That was definitely the biggest ass kicking I've had in this game in quite some time. But that's good. It's good. Keeps me humble. So we're gonna reset it. I'm gonna stay against the Taclons. I don't feel like taking out the rest of their garbage. I want to reset all the tiles. I'll reset these, and believe the round boosters. Take this, get these cards. This will come over here. Bam. These will come out. These will come off. Yeah, I don't think that's. I think I could replay that exact setup a billion times and have more interesting games. But I think that is a hard setup for the Lantids. It just felt tough going in, and definitely tried a strategy that just did not work. And again, I think there's a lot of levels of getting unlucky with how the Automa cards came out. But I don't. I think it's just more fun to. I'd rather set up a different, a different board where I could do more traditional Lantid things, and see if we can't get a bit of a better result, for sure. So these are out. This is out. This is here. Gaia formers. Mines. These are out. Yeah, that round two. Once round two happened the way it did, I was like, I'm in trouble. But still felt like I had at least some chance to make something of it. But not quite. Was not meant to be. So, new setup. I am not a robot. Generating. And we'll have to figure out the map as we go. So we're going to have 8 points and a QYC up there. The advanced action are 1 point for each planet type we have there. 1 ore for each sector you're in. 4 points for each trading station. 2 points for each mine. 2 points for each research area you go up, each research area jump after you take that, 2 points for each Gaia planet you have when you take that, at the time you take that. So the Automa would have gotten 7,000 points with that last round, kids. We're gonna do this. 1 ore and 1 power in income, 4 points for planetary institutes or academies for the purposes of forming federations, cycle 4 power, get 4 credit in income, get a ore and a QSC at the time you take that, get 1, not really like where that's set up, 1 knowledge per planet type you have. When you take that, you get a knowledge and a credit in income, 3 points for every Gaia planet you colonize after you take that, and it's 7-point jump overall. The round boosters, we're going to have 2 points for every research area you move up, 4 points for every Gaia planet you colonize during round 2, 3 points for every trading station you put on the board during round 3, 4 points for every trading station you put on the board during round 4. Lots of trading station focus. That could be good. We're going to do 2 points for every terraforming step you take in round 5, and 3 points for every Gaia planet you put on the board in round, or every Gaia planet you colonize during round 6. Endgame scoring. I hate when they do this, but it's random. It's just very redundant. So the number of structures on the board and number of structures in colonies. So again, the Automa is going to have, if it has 14 structures on the board, it'll have 13 in colonies. It's just how they work, but do wish that was, that combo I just find super, like, not that interesting, but at least you don't have to worry about endgame scoring affecting things. That's like one of the number one mistakes I'll make when I play this game, is I'll forget to look at the end game scoring, see whether that matters. Round boosters, we get 2 credit and a QIC in income, 2 power in your cycle. That could be really good for the Lantids, plus 1 ore in income. 1 point for every mine you have when you pass, plus an ore in income. 1 credit and 1 knowledge and 1 ore in income, and then at the time you pass, 2 points for every trading station you have on the board, plus an ore in income. Planets. The map here is going to be number 7 is over here. Number 4 is over here. That will do. Number 2 is here. In the center, we have number 6 is here. Number 3 is down here. Number 5 is over here. And last but not least, 2 transdims next to each other. Not falling into that trap again. And number 7. Good deal. We're going to have to put the Tacklon starting mines on the board. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the center. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the center. Those are the 2 winners. I'm going to shuffle the 17 Automa cards, flipping that over. And the round booster says, oh, of course, the one I wanted. That would have been a helpful. Get 2 extra power in my cycle right off the bat, but we will just have to get that in future rounds. We're going to get the 7 starting cards, including card number 9. So that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, and that is 7. I'm going to shuffle these up. Six off the top, 4 out of the game. Putting these 6 over here, taking the top one off, adding it to the Automa's deck for round 1. Whew. For a game called Gaia Project, doing Gaia Projects is such a niche strat. Got myself the game recently, so for the first time I had an idea of what you were doing. Lantids Super Type says, Mike, I haven't gotten them figured out yet. Are using some setup randomizer? Yes, boardgamehelpers.com. Very, it's just, there's a couple that are out there. I found that was the one that was the most reliable. There was one I was using for a while, but the site kept going down and stuff like that. So really like Board Game Helpers. It's pretty idiot proof, which is important for someone like me. All right, that goes there. Woo! I'm going to put my starting mines on the board. I would like to be up in your grill. I got to figure out my strategy for this game because I'm not doing what I did last turn. That didn't work. Yeah, I just want to be in their face. I mean, I think center of the board's too good. Blue, white. I'm not adjacent to any. There's no blues adjacent to any reds or whites, so that's a wee bit unfortunate. That's 2 for us. 3. Trans them. Could just come over here. By the time I get to 1 navigation, but it's going to be hard to build those up quick. But the Tacklons like to crowd you pretty early anyway. I can build where they are, so in theory that should work to my advantage. In theory. Yeah, I'll just take those 2. Why not? Why not? All right. What do I want my starting booster to be? Well, this over here, this goes here, this goes here. I will take I think I go up economic track, kind of go back to basics. Navigation track's really hard to ignore though. especially if I want to make max use of my special ability. But this is already adjacent. That's fine. If I build a research lab first round, get my academy, my planetary institute out on their second round, just ignore the round bonuses for the first 2 rounds. I think that would make some sense. So let me take this. This gives me the maximal flexibility, I think. Don't need the knowledge, so I'm going to grab my income. I'm going to get 2 credit. It goes from 13 to 15. I'm going to get another QIC. Remember, I do start with 1, so I have 2 QICs. I'm going to put the knowledge from 3 to 4, and then I get 3, or I go from 4 to 7. Thanks. I tried some random ones, but they're horrible. Yeah, there's an app for setup. Jonas is pretty cool. Board Game Helper seems to do all that I'd want, so that's nice. Yeah, it's really, really good. All right, 2 reallys. It's really, really good. All right. I'm in a very weird mood. Very tilted. All right. I'm going to spend 2 credit and 3. I mean, I'm not that tilted, but a 2 ore and 3 credit. It was a very frustrating game. It's like, come on. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I do appreciate the Lantids putting me out of my misery early, though. There was like, nah, you think you have a chance. You have 0 chance, sucker. So I built a trading station. That's fine. Doesn't do anything for me other than that. We're good to go. Great. Ooh. Yeah, I think I get the second navigation first. All right, just thinking about where I want to go. Do I want to do economic track or navigation track? I think I'm going to do navigation track first. Oh, the Automa doesn't do their faction action one friggin' time. It's a miracle. Whoa. So annoying. All right, the Automa's going to upgrade that because it's closer to me. I'm going to spend 1 point and cycle 2. Big moves early. Automa gets a point, so they go from 10 to 11. My turn. I am going to spend 4 knowledge, get up there, get myself a QIC. Automa's turn. Automa's doing a power QIC action. They're doing 2 coming from the left. They cover up that. They get a point. My turn. I'm going to spend 3 ore, so I go from 5 to 2, and I'm going to spend 5 credit. I go from 12 to 7. We're going to put this research lab on the board here. That allows me to take a tech tile. I'm going to take the cycle 4. I'm going to move up on the navigation track, and that gives me 2 points because of the round booster. I go from 9 to 11. Automa's turn. Automa's doing an upgrade action. They're upgrading to their planetary institute. I can spend a point to cycle 2. I go from 11 down to 10. I'm cycling 2. Automa gets a point. They go from 12 to 13. My turn. I'm going to do this and cycle. How do I want to do that? Yeah, probably. I'm going to do this and cycle 4. And I'm going to move this whole board over just for fun. Automa's turn. They are going up on a random track. They're going up on 1 coming from the left. They're going to go up there. They get 0 points. My turn. I'm going to cycle these 4 down. I'm going to take the ore, cover that, get up from 2 to 4 ore. Of other ways of getting credits, I think. Oh, 7 credits is looking attractive. I only need 6 ore next turn. That's fine. I have other ways of getting credits. This goes here. Tome of the potential end of round. They're having a faction action, which I don't mind, actually. So they're going to go closest to me. They're going to go there. They cover that. I get to spend a point to cycle 2. And the Automa is going to do a power QIC action. 4 coming from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 points. They go from 13 to 15. My turn, I'm spending 1 ore and 2 credit and the QIC. I'm going to place a mine here. Again, I'm already at 2 navigation. And I could have waited to do that next turn to get 4 points, but the reality is I want to get all my ore production out. And I think that's a smarter move. We're going to figure out how I'm going to get the credits I need next turn. But I think we'll be okay. The Automa does not end the round. Endgame scoring doesn't matter at all. But they are going to do a build a mine range 2. Again, they're looking for browns or yellows. Those are, or Gaia. So there are no, grays or yellows or browns. So there are, the other swamp planets are there and there. There are no titanium planets within range 2. There's the yellow planet there. That's going to be the winner. So they're going to go here. I get to cycle 1 for free. I'm not in the neighborhood of that, but I am in the neighborhood there. So that's going to go up there. Automa gets 1 point. Goes to 15 to 16. I forgot to, when I moved up on the track the second time, I did not take the points for that, so I'm going to get to 9 to 11, because I would have got 4 points from that total, and I did power off the Automa 3 times with that, so I think that makes some sense. Yeah, I powered the Automa 3 times with that, so I spent the point 3 times, and then the 1 time I just powered the 1, so that makes a lot of sense. Cool. Yeah, again, that's like the I always forget to get the 2 points when I'm moving up on the track. Automa just went. So I think I can pass. And their points should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that makes sense. I will pass. And I kind of wanted to take that, but clearly that's not cooperating. I could turn a knowledge into a credit, so I don't know how I don't take this. This goes here. And we're good to go. Atoma's turn, potential end of round, take 3. It is not the end of the round. They're moving up on their highest track. That means they're going to move up on that track, right? They did move up once before. Yep. That's that. They get 1 point. Atoma's turn again. This goes over here. This becomes a support guard. They take this. This goes there. They're going to grab 2 points because it is the first 3 rounds. They go from 17 to 19. We're going to take this off. We're going to give them 1 more card for the next round and shuffle these up. Do I use random or balance? I use random. Left. And LMFAO, Greg is titled. I think he enjoys it though. Greg is something. Greg is something. Great. We'll figure out what. I'll let you ask my wife what I am. I'm not sure what I am. What am I? Who's doing this? Alright, so they're set for the next round. All these can come off. We go to income, and we don't have to worry about this. The Gaia forming phase. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 knowledge. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 ore. So I go from 3 to 7. I get 0 credits and a partridge and a pear tree. Where? Just keep looking for it. It will come. We're going to go first. I need some knowledge. I need to build a trading station for sure. So I'm going to spend the 2 ore, get some 7 to 5, and I'm going to spend the 3 credit. It gets me 5 down to 2. We're putting this trading station on the board here. That doesn't make the most sense. We'll put it here. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm going to get Squadouche out of that. The Automa is going to go. They're going 1 and 2, they're doing a Automa action, so they're building a mine closest to me. They're taking this transitant planet. They can take all the transitant planets they want. So I learned my lesson from last game. They're going to put a mine there. I can spend a point to cycle 2. I should have done that first. I should have done that first. That goes there. This goes there. Tom is doing a QIC action. One from the left gets 2 points, 19 to 21. My turn. I'm going to cycle the other 3, so I don't get the full benefit of that. Toma's turn. Automa is building a mine. Endgame scoring doesn't matter. They're doing it range 2. They're looking for browns range 2. There still are none. They're looking for yellow or grays range 2. There are none. There are no Gaia planets range 2. So we go to the next level. Transitant planet range 2 is going to be successful. Orange or white range 2. That's range 2. That's range 2. However, that one is closer to me, so they're taking yet another transitant planet. I could cycle 1 for free, except all of my things are already cycled. The Automa gets 1 point, goes from 21 to 22. I feel like their points got off now, but I think that's right. Somebody let me know if their points are wrong. I also, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did my credits right as well. Anyway, I'm cycling these 4. We're going to take the 7 credit and go from 2 to 9. Automa's turn. They are going to go up on a random track. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the right. 0 points. My turn. I'm going to build my planetary institute. So I'm spending 4 ore. I go from 5 to 1. 6 credit. I go from 9 to 3. This sucker comes out. I'll put it here. And that will work. Automa's turn. Automa's going up on a random track. 4 coming from the left this time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 points, 22 to 24. So they're going to be playing that game. I see. I am now going to try to ascertain some more knowledge. So I'm going to spend 1 credit, 1 ore, and 2 credit on placing a mine here. Now again, that mine is now useless to me for the rest of the game, but the good thing is if I can clear this off, I can maximize how much ore I'm getting, but at some point in the game, I'm going to need those mines to keep building more federations. So it becomes a lot of competing priorities. Now, this does not count as building a mine on a Gaia planet for the purposes of that, so that's another thing to keep in mind. But it will help get me some knowledge because I have my planetary institute out, so it gives me 2 knowledge and lets me get a jump somewhere, which is what I want to do. And I think I want to start jumping up the economic track. Yes. Yes, I do. All right, Atoma's turn. The Atoma is going to do a power QIC action. 5 from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 point. They go from 24 to 25. My turn. Yeah, I don't know how I don't start doing economic track. This can come off. I'm really gonna want to grab that red planet. Gives me a lot of possibilities. All right, I'm gonna spend 4 knowledge, move up 1 spot on the economic track. Potential end of round for the Automa. Of course it's not. They're gonna go up there. They get 1 point. They go from 25 to 26. I will pass, which keeps me the first player token. And I think the most helpful thing for me Yeah, I'm not that eager to add power to my cycle now that I'm not doing Gaia forming. Could just load up on a bunch of QICs. Why not? This will go here. This comes off. Automa's turn. Potential end of round. It's not. Oh, max amount of turns every time. Closest to me. Well, it's going to be here. That is 2 terraforming steps, or here that is 3 terraforming steps. They are going to go to the terraforming step consideration, so they're going to go here, which is better for me anyway. I can cycle 1 off that for free. Don't mind if I do. Automa's going to do a power QIC action, 2 from the left. They get 2 points. They go from 26 to 28. Automa, potential end of round. Hey, it is. All right. Somehow the faction action keeps getting in there before something else that would end the round. 2 games in a row. That goes there. They're going to give them 2 points for the end of the round, and this will flip over. Let me put some reminder tokens for the last 4 rounds. Make sure I score those. I did score them last turn, right? Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I gave them 2 for that as well. Titled Autocorrect Strikes Again. I was having some fun trying to imagine what you really wrote, but I'm going with titled. I'm titled, man. So titled. I've never been so titled. The problem is with those round boosters, I'm really kind of interested to see how I'm gonna get some scoring here. But we shall figure it out. All right, this goes here. This goes here. Income. I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 credits. I go from 1 to 5. I'm gonna get 1, 2 knowledge. I go from 1 to 3. I'm gonna get 3 ore, so I go from 0 to 3. I get a QIC, so I get a third one of those. I get the cycle 5, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. 4 from that, 1 from that. All right. My turn first. This can come out. Oh, that's interesting. All right, I'm gonna spend an. Oh. I'm gonna spend an. Sure. I'm gonna spend an ore and 2 credit and build a mine here. And I want to do it here. Or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do an ore 2 credit to go there. And that will get me 2 knowledge. So I go from 3 to 5. Automa's turn. They're moving up on a track. 5 from the right. That goes up there. No points. I don't want to. I think I'm going to end up wasting that, but I don't want. Oh, I could do that. That's probably smarter. Oh, I could do that. Ooh. I likey. I'm going to spend the 4 knowledge to move up here, which lets me cycle 3. I'm only cycling 2, and I get another QIC, which somehow means I can grab another tactile, which I really don't hate. Automa's turn. He's moving up on his highest track. I guess he's going to go terraforming today. Comes off, gets 1 point. I'm going to cycle this 4 power to get 7 credit. So I go from 3 up to 10. Automa's turn. They're placing a mine, and game scoring doesn't matter. They're looking for yellow, green range 2. So this is a green range 2. There are no browns range 2. Either yellow or grays range 2. There's a yellow range 2. They are going to go closest to me, 1, 2, 3. So that one wins. They're going to get a mine there. I don't get the power off of that. They're getting a point. They go from 31 to 32. My turn. I'm going to spend these 4 QICs. So I think that makes some sense. Nope, before I do that, I'm going to spend an ore and 2 credit to place a mine over here. Automa's turn. Wonder if I should terraform that. Nah, I think the credits are going to be more important. Automa's doing a power QIC action, 4 coming from the right, 3 points, so 32 to 35. My turn, I'm going to spend these 4 QICs. Take a tech tile. Grab this. I get a QIC and an ore. This moves up. Is that the one I want? Nope. It's not the one I want. I'm going to take this one. Let me get this extra knowledge. And then I'll move up there anyway. Automa's turn. Automa's doing a faction action. So I was looking at that red, but in the end, it didn't really entice me too much. I mean, I can make this into a planetary institute, and that's a federation right there. Or I take this tactile, and that's a federation right there. Closest to me, actually, they're not taking that red. They're going to take that. They are going to take that. Because range 2, closest to me. Oh, never mind. They're going to take that. That's the winner. Yeah, so it's the fewest terraforming steps for them, obviously. Range 3, because of their faction action. They're going to do a power QIC action, 3 from the left. They're covering up that. They get 2 points, 35 to 37. I'm going to do this, cycle 4. I have not done that yet this turn. I could do that. Trying to think where my federations are going to come from. This goes here. Oh my gosh, another one. They're going to, nope, they're out of mines. Since I can't build a mine, they do an upgrade instead. Upgrade closest to me. The 2 that are on the same planet as me are obviously the closest to me. So they're going to do a directional selection coming from the right. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3. I don't think makes sense because I'm cycling 4 at the beginning of next turn. Cycling 3 does absolutely nothing for me. I'm cycling 6 at the beginning of next turn. That might change some things. Yeah, I'll do it. 2 to cycle 3. We're doing a power QSC action 2 from the right and 2 points. Yeah, I'm not really sure where all my points are coming from. The QIC track might be the play. If I try to get up all 3 of those tracks. It's a lot of knowledge, though. It gives me a... man, but I'm not... It's a lot of knowledge. That is a lot of knowledge. Sorry, my phone's like blowing up. Getting very distracted. Yeah, I think I try to build 4 trading stations next turn, which means I'm going to need 4 places to put trading stations. I'm going to cycle these 3 to get an ore. That being covered up is a little unfortunate. I definitely would have used that for sure. There's another blue over here. Terraforming track is a waste of time. Think this makes the most sense. So I'm going to really try to load up on points from trading stations next turn. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to grab this and this. Points. Done. And this can come off. Automa's turn. Potential end of round. It is end of round. Takes this, giving it 1 more card. These all flip. This flips. We're going to give it 3 points from over here. So 39 to 42. And let's see what I can pull off. Yes, if I can get another. Another 2 mines out and a bunch of trading stations. We'll see. I should be able to get a federation out too this turn. All right, so that's ready. Checking out the thing. We're good. Oh, tilted, not tiled. Oh, great. Sorry, I missed the it was a titled, tilted, not tiled. Titled? Titled. Tilted, titled. I don't know. There's so many words. They're all fun. All right, let's get some income. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ore. I go from 2 to 8. 1 2, 3 credit, I go from 8 to 11. 3 knowledge, I go from 1 to 4. And I could cycle 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These come out. My first turn, I'm going to cycle 3, put this here, spend an ore and 2 credit, and put a thing there. It's a beautiful thing. Oh. Trying to think what federation I want to build. Huh. Considering taking that, but that might not make the most sense. Yeah, the math's getting funny with these federations. One, two. All right, that's almost turn. This goes here and here. They're doing a faction action. 2 away from me. They have a mine back. It's gonna be here or here. Terraforming steps. They're both 2 terraforming steps for the Taclons. They're both equal distance from me. So directional selection starts from the top. So that gets covered up. And that will go there. We're going to do a QIC action, 4 from the left. Covers up the credits. Of course it does. And 2 points, 42 to 44. Going to power cycle 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. When it placed that, I could have cycled 1 for free because it was here. So that was my turn, Automa's turn. Power QSC action, 2 from the right, 3 points, 44 to 47. I'm trying to be really efficient with these federations. I think that's my best path. All right, so I'm going to spend 2 ore and 3 credit. So I have 6 credit left, 5 ore left. I'm putting this here. It's 4 points. I go from 8 to 12. Automa's turn. Power QIC action, 3 from the right covers up that, 1 point. My turn. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to cycle 1 down for a credit. I'm going to take this out of the system and form a federation. There. Yeah, plenty of places to build if I do that. Oh yeah. So I form a federation there. That's going to allow me to take a federation tile. I will take 7 points and 2 ore. So I go from 12 to 19. 2 ore gets me 7 ore and 7 credit. I should be able to cycle credit pretty good. Automa's turn. This goes here. They're doing a faction action. Closest to me, they have no more mines, so they're doing an upgrade. A mine to a trading station. It's going to be the one where I already am. Goes there. I can spend 2 points to cycle 3, or I can spend 1 point to cycle 2 because I only have 2 power to cycle. I will absolutely do that. I am going to need more credits. I'm going to cycle these 3 ore, these 3 power to get 3 more credit using the free actions over here. I'm going to spend 2 ore and 3 credit to get this trading station on the board. That is going to give me 4 points. That gets me from 18 to 22. Oh, I did not do the rest of their thing. Power QIC action 5 from the right. And then 2 points there at the 50. They're going to do this. They are doing an upgrade action, mine to a trading station. Mine's closest to me. Directional selection is going to be this one. I can spend a point to cycle 2. Sure. 1 point for them, 50 to 51. My turn. I'm spending this for knowledge to move up here. Gets me to cycle 3. So 1, 2, 3. Automa's turn. Automa's placing a mine. Mine's going to be range 2. We're looking at transiting planet or Gaia planets. There are none within range 2. Brown planets, there are none within range 2. Yellow planets, there's 1. 2. Are there any brown planets within range or gray planets within range 2? Nope. Closest to me, they're both equal distance. Directional selection says this one. I do not get the power off of that, and 3 points. So 51 to 54. I'm going to spend 2 ore and 3 credit to put this mine on the board. That's 4 points. I go from 21 to 25. Automa's turn. Automa's placing another mine on the board. It's going to be the same analysis. It's going to have to be this yellow planet. Cannot power after that. 1 point. Gets up to 55. All right. I have no QIC. I have no more loose mines around, which is a little unfortunate. So I think I'm going to be capped out there as far as getting trading stations on the board. Six more points at the end of this round. Automa's getting 6 points at the end of this round too. So that's a thing. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, I'm going to spend an ore and 2 credit, replacing a mine here. 2 knowledge. Automa's turn. Potential end of round. No highest track. We're just going to take this off. 1 point. 55 to 56. My turn is spending an ore and 2 credit. Place this mine here. 2 knowledge. Automa's turn. Potential end of round. It is. They're grabbing this. This goes here. They're going to be first player next turn. We're going to grab 1 more card from here, giving them 6 points from the round booster. They're going to go from 56 to 62. Yeah, they're going to have like all of their structures on the board, so I'm worried about endgame scoring for sure. If I turn this into an academy, that's going to be 7 there, and there's adhering to adjacency rules. So finding out where I'm going to get my next few, see if I can get 4 federations. Not being able to get to the top of the terraforming track is a little unfortunate too. So I am gonna maximize my income though. I'm gonna do 4 knowledge to get me on top of this track, or 1 away from being able to jump that. I'm gonna cycle these 2 to get 2 credit. And I will have a bunch of income next turn. When I pass, I'm going to get 6 points because I have 3 trading stations on the board, so 25 to 31. And I will take the QIC. Nope, I'll take the knowledge. Yeah, I can get a QIC that way. It's fine. All right. Income, I get 4 knowledge. I'm going to get 11, 12, 16 credit. So it gets me from 2 to 18. So 11, 12, 16 credit. So thing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ore. And I get to cycle a billion. So that goes there. No comments. We're good there. So it is it's a Taclon's turn first. It goes there. This goes here. They're moving up on a numbered track. 3 from the right. That goes there. These will all come off. I need more power in my cycle for sure. So I'm going to do this and this to get to power. Taclon's turn. They are going up on a random track. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 points. They go from 62 to 64. My turn. I'm going to spend. Man, they're going to get 6 points from terraforming this round. Woof. I'm not doing any of that. I don't think at least. Yeah, I'm going to spend 6 and 6, so 18 down to 12. Get my first academy on the board, or planetary, yeah, academy on the board. That doesn't give me any points, but I now can form a federation there. Automa's turn. Doing a power QIC action, 5 from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My turn, forming a federation, taking that out, putting a satellite in there. And I will take a federation tile. I think I need more ore again. I'm also going to tactile, which is something I forget to do. Right. I took the second tactile from that. Wow. All right. I'm going to grab this. Tactile is useless at this point. Not on many planets. But I kind of like the idea of blitzing the AI track. Don't want to take that until the last thing I do to jump up there, so I'm not taking that to round 6. Ooh, that's interesting. I could take that tactile, just get 2 points every time I go up on the track. Yeah, I shouldn't take that until I get the Lost Planet. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I should have taken the tactile last turn because I built the planetary suit just to put this in order. So I built an economy last turn. I should have taken a tactile last turn. I just forgot. I will take the 7-pointer. So I go from 31 to 38, and I'll move up on this track. Now I'm taking a Federation token this turn because I formed a Federation. I like the 7-pointer because now I can put an advanced tactile on it because I'm looking at this one or this one. But remember, I need Federation tokens to make that work, and I'm already committed to getting up into that part of the navigation track. So I definitely need... I can't get that QIC. Ugh. I need a QIC for sure. So I'm going to go 8 points. I can get a QIC from that. Whatever. 7 points and 2 ore. So 38 up to 45 and 2 ore. So again, I got the 7 points for grabbing this tactile. I get the 7 points this turn for grabbing this Federation token. I get the Lost Planet this turn, which I kind of like. Yeah, then I grab that, and I just run the AI. All right. Shoot. Did I give them the point? I think I did. There's a chance I owe them a point. I don't think I do. I think they're at 55. They got 3 points so far. Nope. I don't know. Somebody can tell me if I didn't give them a point for that. If it's within 1, then we'll find out. I'm pretty sure I did. It would make no sense that I didn't. Oh my gosh. They're just crushing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more points. So 64 to 67. So we're not doing a whole lot on the board, which is interesting with those 2 endgame results. And now, yeah, take that off. I'm going to cycle 4. Kind of let me see if I can just get through their actions. They're placing a mine. They don't have any mines to place, so they're doing an upgrade. They still have 1 trading station. They're going to put it on the planet where I am. It's clearly closest. I can spend 2 points to cycle 3. Yes. So 1, 2, cycling 3. That's another planet type. They're going to get 1 point. That's when I normally forget when I do my own thing, and then I have to come back. So I'm going to get a QIC. From there, Automa's turn. They're doing an upgrade, upgrading a trading station to a research lab. Closest to me is one of those three. Directional selection says this one first. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3 again. Actually, I'll just cycle the 1. 1 point for the Automa, 68 to 69. My turn. I'm going to cycle these 4 to get 2 more ore. Automa's turn. Upgrading a mine to a trading station. Closest to me, directional selection. I think this is the only one that's still adjacent to me, so I can spend 2 points to cycle 3 again. Sure. Done. 1 point up to 70. My turn, I'm going to spend this 4. I gotta spend my Federation tokens wisely here, especially just not getting that one. So I'm considering getting that, but I think that'd be a mistake because I'd actually rather get that advanced tactile if I can. So yeah, I'm going to spend the 4 knowledge, flip one of these over, jump into here, get the lost planet. It gives me another planet type. And actually, I don't even have a Gaia planet yet, so that was wrong. Oops. I'm going to put this over here. With a thing. Automa's turn. Faction action. Closest to me, they're going to take the Gaia planet, aren't they? Damn it. Nope. Yep. That was dumb. That was not the smartest thing I've ever done. Yeah, they're taking this Gaia planet here. And they're going to do a power QIC action. They're going to be 1 from the left and 2 points, 70 to 72. I can still get a Gaia planet there. It's not the worst. Yeah, I think I blitzed the AI track. Let me grab a, it's 3 points if I do it next turn. Yeah, I'll just grab it next turn, I think. So I'm going to spend 1 ore, 2 credit. Put this mine there, gives me 2 knowledge. Automa's turn, potential end of round. It's not. They're placing a mine. Range 2. They're looking for yellows range 2. Looking for grays range 2. They're looking for Gaia planets range 2. None of those apply. They're looking for Transdim range 2. Looking for orange range 2. I think we have a winner. Looking for white range 2. Also a winner. Also, no, closer to me is over there. Directional selection says the orange. I could spend 1 point to cycle 2. There's really no point in doing that. Should not have spent the 2 to cycle 3. I'm just not going to have enough to do anything with it. Yeah, I mean, it's 1 point, whatever. 1 point to cycle 2, see what happens. 3 points for the Automa, 72 to 75. My turn, I'm going to spend... You need that. You need that. I think I just chill, to be honest with you. Make sure I go first. Make sure I get that tactile, which is what I really, that booster, which is what I really want. I don't think there's any upside in me going nuts here. Yeah, it's just trying to get on more of their planets doesn't make any sense. Not sure getting more ore is going to be that important. I'm going to get to the top of that next turn. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Whatever I would do this turn, I could do next turn just as well. Automa's turn, possible end of round. It is not. They're moving up on their highest track. They move up this. This tactile just gets all taken away from the game, and they get a point. Automa's turn, possible end of round. Ugh. They're upgrading. They're upgrading a no more trading system upgrade. They're upgrading that research lab into an academy. Oh, before I passed, I should have done that to get a credit. And there's no points in me spending points on this. They're going to do a QIC action, 2 from the left, and they're getting 2 points, 76 to 78. This goes away. This goes over here. They grab this. They're going to get all these points. They get 6 points from the round booster, so 78 to 84. And this flips. Not looking great, for sure. See a path to a lot of points, but it's going to need some magical stuff to come together. It's for the Taclons to cooperate. Oh, come on. Go away. Hide user on this channel. Gotta love the porn spams coming in late for no reason. Alright, I passed. I'm first. Income, all this is going to go here for sure. We're going to get 1, 12, 16. So we go from 11 to 27 credit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or I go from 4 to 12. and I get 1, 2 knowledge. I go from 2 to 4. All right, let me do what I know what I want to do. So I'm going to spend the credit, the QIC, I mean, the 1 ore, the 2 credit, replacing this bind here. That is range 4. It's 3 points. I go from 40 to 43. Automa's turn. Deck seems very large. Automa action. They have no more mines, so they do an upgrade. They're upgrading a trading station to a research lab. I mean, they're just going to crush me in endgame scoring. That's bad. It's going to be this one or this one. Directional selection says from the top. I was like, oh, they haven't built a lot. And then it's like, bam, 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 building everything. Power QIC action. I should clear these off. And 2 points for them. They go from 84 to 86. I'm going to cycle these 4 to get a terraforming step. I'm spending an ore and 2 credit, and I'm placing a mine here. That is another planetary type for me, so I've gotten 2 more. 1 and 2. That looks a little bit better. Automa's turn. Automa's doing an upgrade action. They're upgrading a mine to a trading station. It's going to be on the same thing as me. I could spend a point to cycle 2. Sure. 1 point, cycling 2. 3 points for the Automa, 86 to 89. My turn, I'm going to grab a QIC. Automa's turn. Moving up in their highest track. 1 point. My turn, I'm going to gonna move up here, so spending 4 knowledge, moving up on this and getting a QIC. Automa's turn. Faction action, placing a mine closest to me. This is 2 away from me. This is 2 away from me, but that's 3 terraforming steps. That's 2 terraforming steps over there. This is 2 away from me. That's 2 terraforming steps. This is 2 away from me. That's 2 terraforming steps. This is 1 away from me. That's 1 terraforming step. So they're going to go there. I could cycle 1 for free. Power QIC action. 3 from the left. 1, 2, 3, and 2 points. Up to 92. Yeah, I'm just hoping they don't cover up those QIC actions. That's what I really want. So I'm going to spend 3 or 5 credit, placing this here. This can come off. That gives me a tech tile. I'm going to take this one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different planet types. So I'm going to get from 0 to 5 knowledge. And I'm going to move up on this track, which gives me another QIC. Yeah. because I spent the 4 to move up. I took that tactile, which lets me move up. I took the 3 points from that. All right, I think we're on top of it. Power QIC action, 2 from the left. That's not fantastic. 1 point. I'm going to spend an ore and 2 credit to put this here. Yeah, that'll be my last federation down there. This comes over, this comes off. Placing a mine, can't, so it's going to do an upgrade. It's upgrading a academy to this. I could spend 2 to cycle 3. At this point, I just don't know if it matters. I will not. 3 points for the Automa before I forget. So 93 to 96. Trying to think if I have the jumps I need. I'll do it. 2 to cycle 3. 1, 2, 3. There's still a lot of goodies there. All right, I'm going to cycle 1. I got the cycle 6 there. Dear God. I'm going to cycle 1 to get a credit, and then I'm going to spend 4 to jump there. It cycles 3. 1, 2, 3. Gives me 2 more QIC. Automa's turn. QIC action. 1 from the left. Three points, 96 to 99. I'm going to grab this while I can, spending 4 QIC, grabbing another tactile. I'm going to grab this one, gives me an ore and a QIC, and it lets me jump there, which I'm going to do. Ah, shoot. I got to gamble. Not doing that yet. QIC or 4 QIC. That's fine. I can't gamble it. So 4 there. There. I'm going to spend this before I do that to get 3 credit. 1, 2, 3. And then I get, actually I'll just spend 2 credit that way. No, 3 credit that way. And then I'm going to get 6 more credit, so up to 11, so there's 26 total. 3 more ore, so it gives me 10 ore, and then I cycle 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So definitely need another Federation token. Wondering if I can get 2. Probably not. Automa's turn. Toma's placing a mine. Can't doesn't upgrade instead. It's going to upgrade closest to me. It's going to be this or this. Directional selection says this. I can spend a point to cycle 2, or I could just cycle 1 for free and 1 point up to 100. It's a big game for the Taclons, man. I'm going to cycle. These 4 to get 2 more ore. Toma's turn. Oh, I covered this up. Toma's turn. Upgrade action, upgrading a mine to a trading station closest to me. It's going to be directional selection from the bottom. I can cycle 1 for free, 1 point. My turn, I'm just going to cycle 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Automa's turn, potential end of game. It is not moving up there. 0 points. I'm going to spend 2 ore, so 12 to 10, 3 credit building this here. Automa's turn, potential end of game. It is not moving up 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2 points. This is bananas. Just end the game. I'm going to spend two ore, 1, 2, and 3 credit down to 20, putting this here. So 1, 2, 3. Can I get 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think so. This goes here. Potential end of game. It is not. Moves up on its highest thing. This just comes off the board. And 1 point. 104, but it's not going to do anything else. So we're just going to get all this stuff off. I'm going to give it its 2 points from that. So that gets it to 107. And if I build Gaia planets, I get 3 points. Nothing else is cycling me. I want all the trading stations on the board I can get. I want mine's on the board. All right. Trying to keep these tight too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two. Oh man. Three. I'm already topped out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. That could be my first federation. I'm going to spend a ore and 2 credit to place a mine here. That's 2 knowledge from that. I can potentially beat them at both end of rounds things. I'm going to spend 1 ore, 2 credit, place this mine. Oh, and a QIC. Place that mine there. That's 3 points. 43. I'm not gonna need. Oh, I can get the knowledge that way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna spend this to get a credit. I'm gonna take these 3 out to form a federation. I'm gonna take this federation token. It's gonna give me 6 points, 43 up to 49, and in 2 knowledge, it gets me from 3 to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's how I can do it. All right, I'm going to do this jump here. So 5 down to 1 gives me 2 QIC. I'm going to spend 3 ore down to 3 and 5 credit. So 17 down to 12 to place this on the board. That gives me a tech tile. I'm going to grab this tech tile. I'm going to put it there. I have to flip the tile to do that. And I get to jump anywhere I want. I'm going to jump here. I can't jump at the top of that because I don't have another Federation token, but that does give me 2 ore. Great. All right, now I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Spend 2 ore and 3 credit to put this here. I'm going to spend 1 ore and 2 credit and a QIC to put this here. That's 3 points. I'm going to spend, oh man. I can't get them to a Federation. I'm 1 mine short. I could do it this way. I'm going to do, I have no more trading stations either. Oh, it's so stupid. It's so good. If I can get that through a federation, that's going to be huge. Problem is I can build. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could build a mine there. That would give me 7, but I can't get the. I'm out of mines. I'm literally out of mines. Oh, when I took this, I should have gotten 16 points. So 52 up to 68. Yeah, there's no way. I would need 5 or have 4. Here's what I do. I don't take this Federation token, I take this. That gives me a QIC instead of the 2 knowledge. I don't build this here, I build it there. So I save a QIC from that. And I get the 2 knowledge that I got from that way. And I would actually get 2 more points. Then I could have this flipped. As I would have flipped it to Celsius, everything else would have been the same. So instead of placing the mine there, so I just got 3 points less. Did I take the 3 points off? I don't think I did. So I would have lost 3 points. I get 2 points more. So I effectively lost 1 point. And then someone can tell me I have to go back and check if I did that right. But ultimately, it's 1 less point. But I build the thing there. I get the knowledge that I needed to do the jump. I did the jump, and then I did the upgrade. And then I got the 16 points from this. So that would have got me to 68. I'm at 67, yeah. So I lost 3 points. I got 2 points back because of the difference between this tile and the knowledge tile. Now, can I make this work? I'm going to spend 2 ore and a 3rd ore and 5 credit. Yeah, I don't think it matters. To build this. Nah, I'm still just 1 away. Then I put this back. I would need the 2 and 6 to do that. Yeah, it's not going to matter. I can't make it work, which is unfortunate. So we'll just go back how it was. This comes, I had 2 ore, 5 credit. This was here, 1 extra point. And then 2 less QIC, I think was how the whole total math worked out. Yeah, I think that's max. That's the best I can do. It feels like it's not going to be enough. Pretty heavily. All right, we'll figure it out. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12. So 4 points from leftover resources, 72. When I pass, I get 8 more points from there. I get 80. We're going to do the number of structures out there. I have 1 more out there. I actually have 2 more out there than the Automa, so I win that. But I think it wins the other one because I have all these structures that are in federations, but we should both beat him pretty handily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 9, 10, 11, 12. And the Automa has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Minus 1 is 14. So that's going to be a total net of 30 points for each of us. So 136 and 110. And then it comes down to those. It's not going to be enough. 122, 134 plus 8, 142. That's a bad score. I scored that. I just wasn't able to get the scoring to come together, man. And the Automa is going to get 136, 148 plus 8, 156. So didn't even get the 150 with 2 turns with the Lantids. So something got broken. I mean, it was tough. Again, a lot of times where you don't have, where I wasn't getting ability to score from Federation tokens. If I had 1 more mine, I wonder if there's a way. 1 more mine. If you think about it this way, 1 more mine, I get another Federation token. So, and then I had that Federation so that I win the scoring there. Yeah, somehow I needed to get that a 4th Federation token. That was my path. And I just couldn't get the math to come out. I was just 1 mine short, which is also, like, if you don't take this tile ever, that was really inefficient on the navigation track. If you don't take this tile ever, obviously things are more expensive. So I wasn't able to get 4 points out of this or 4 points out of this. I never got this on the board. I mean, that's the other reality too, is if I had 6 and 6, one, two, three, four, five, 6. Ooh. If I did it the way I was trying to work out, I had the 4 there. I could have spent the 4 and the 2 and the 1 and gotten the academy out. But then I don't have the 4 power. I don't have the power I need to I don't have the power to even form the Federation. So it wouldn't have worked. There was a short, because at that point I'm 4 power away from getting a Federation token because I don't have enough power to spend for the satellites. So lots of balancing that unfortunately just did not kind of work to my advantage, I don't think. So Lantids are fun though. I like the puzzle. I like how they play. This was just, I think you're very dependent on some scoring opportunities, and I saw that. I mean, the other idea is if I had, well, I don't know what I don't go up first, right? If I had another Federation token there, I go up there. It's 4 more QIC. The Automa was doing a really good job clogging up the QIC. So even if I could do another one of these, right? Like, I'm like, well, that would have been, I had the QICs to do either one of those. So if you're looking at those scoring opportunities, the Automa took both of them away from me. There was a thought to take this earlier, but again, I only had 3 Federation tokens, so that would have given me 2 extra points every time I jumped. We scored that for the Automa too. So Damsel says hi shampoo, and Mike James says bottleneck dolphins. Johan says hello everyone, a little late to the party. Looks like, yeah, no doubt. Didn't miss much exciting. Unfortunately, a emphatic loss and then a much more competitive loss. But I do like the Lantids. I think I had the first time I played the game on the channel, it was, I guess, Hachalas, and I think it was a pretty emphatic whipping. That was back when I was still editing a lot of these playthroughs. So, hopefully there's a little bit more to be gleaned from like the live streams. I do try to keep the face of play up. I know it's a longer video for those coming in after the fact, but just obviously the time, uh, the time benefit on my end is pretty obvious. So, yeah, I'm wondering. Is there anywhere where it's like, all right, maybe I didn't need to build? I mean, I used every knowledge I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe you make that into the academy, and then I have this mine. So instead of doing that when I did, you make that the academy. You have this mine to play with. I can put this mine here, and that would have been this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then I'm still probably short on the satellites. I have a feeling there was a way to make that happen in that last round, but it would have required me upgrading that. That's probably the smarter play. I was very committed to getting all my trading stations out before I took that tech tile. Because again, that was a 16-point play for me, plus the 8 points for the round booster. I was getting 2 points at the end of the round, so I ended up having to like upgrade trading stations to research labs just to get a trading station back, because I was so like I was so limited on my mines, right? It's just like that one thing. I feel like if you gave the Lantids like 2 extra mines, it would just open them up and maybe like help even out some of the balancing here. How does Solo Gaia compare to Solitaire Mystica? I have never played Solitaire Mystica. You might want to ID Jester if he was here earlier. He was here earlier. He's definitely the person to ask. I have I'd be interested to see. All right. I mean, I think with the research areas being what they are, I think Gaia really lends itself a lot more to a more dynamic solo game than Terra Mystica, which just basically has the cult tracks that just are like point grabs. But it's hard to say. Yeah, I think that I can't help. I can't take the feeling, but there was like a win here. If I think it would have started with doing that, but I couldn't build that too early because I wasn't really in a place to take any of those tactiles, which was a problem. Well, no, I guess I took that this round when I built a research lab. That might have been the path, because I get that on the board, 1 federation, potentially get a 2nd federation, 1 more federation between the end game scoring, which is a 6-point, that's a 12-point swing there. So between the end game scoring and between the points for the federation tile, that's the gap. That's the difference right there. I just had to find a way to get the 4 federations if I'm looking at this objectively. I don't know if it was there, but someone smarter than me can try to figure it out. Mike James, I think 150 Lantids is extremely difficult. You did a great job. They are just the Lantids. Yeah, no, it's just I feel like I left points on the table, which is annoying me. But we'll see. The best gods and the Lantids. Those are the two. The two that keep me up at night in my nightmares. So I have to get back to the best gods sooner rather than later. They were the last one I featured the first time, so I probably should jump them up in the line. And then we'll be back to the Lantids at some point too. So yeah, I love them all, man. There are definitely some like the Ivits. I don't know if I'm getting on the channel again. They're a little bit like, dude, I just find them not that challenging to play as. So we'll see. I'll have to kind of to see how Gaia goes in the future. Have you tried Gaia Project on Steam? The implementation is very good, and the AI is extremely smart on hard difficulty. I have not played Gaia on Steam. I wish I could see someone beat the AI on Steam in a 3-player game on hard mode. It would give me some hope. Nice. Namir, I'm wondering if that's like 1 player versus 2 Automas, or whether that's just 2 players versus 1 Automa. But yeah, dude, I try not to play too much on like Steam or Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator. It's just time being what it is, and so many games like the tabletop versions that I'm just having a hard time to find the time to get them all. So it's one way I try to police myself into doing what needs to be done. But it is not Atomas. So just like right. I got it in essence, but is it you versus like 2? Right? Is it you versus 2 automated players? Is my guess, or is it you and another real person versus 1 automated player? But that's fine. Yeah, if you're playing, it'd be interesting. I mean, again, the AI is like another player. Yeah, no, I got that. But other two of them, or just the 1? I guess is the lingering question. But this was cool. I got some big plans for the next week. Yes. So Jew versus 2 AI. Cool. We got Dawn of the Zeds, we got Spirit Island, and we have Nemo's War scheduled for next week. So excited about that. Me versus 2 AIs. Cool. Yeah, thanks for clarifying. So we are after that. I got a bunch of games I want to get on the channel. New to the channel is going to be Block by Block. Should be on the channel sometime this month. And then by the end of the year, I just get Battle Crest from Button Shy Games. Button Shy does 18 cards in a deck, and they gave me 2 decks because I needed the solo expansion. So they sent me a review copy of that. So looking forward to featuring that. Just a quick little skirmish game. Other things that I'm obviously still excited to get some more Uprising on the channel and trying to look around. Just this mountain of boxes freaking everywhere. But Australia, I just got a review copy of that, so that's a game I want to learn. So that is the Cthulhu meets the Australian Outback. So we'll have some Fosters and play some Australia one of these nights. So any games that should be on my radar, definitely let me know. Did you back Tendaya? I think that's what it's called. I did not. I played it once. Yeah. My friend got it. I think he likes it more than me. I found it fine. There was one thing I really liked. They had an action selection, action economy system mechanism that I really liked. The rest of the game kind of fell very flat for me. Starting with there's a very ill-defined relationship between the gods and what would be the Dahan in that game and the colonists. In Spirit Island, it can get fuzzy, but at least there's still this idea of what's happening. Like Tendaya, like thematically, just kept breaking down for me. I'm like, why? And didn't really like that part of the game much at all. Yeah, it'd be a hard sell for me at this point. I would need to play it again. I don't know if I'm going to, but after 1 playthrough, I was kind of like, I was not impressed. So, but that's just one dude's opinion. So, and sometimes it's like when you don't buy something and you play it, sometimes you're like looking for reasons to justify why you didn't buy it in the first place, right? So there could be that going on here. I don't know, but then there's also games that I don't buy and then I play and I'm like, I have to own this. So that is clearly not Tendaya. I was again, I felt it kind of broke down. I never played it. It just seemed puzzling and something that would have grabbed your attention. Yeah, definitely grabbed my attention. Anything that kind of, brings up conversations about Spirit Island and things like that, like, will grab my attention. I just found it, just the execution of some of the ideas I found to be pretty off. Which is a shame because, like, again, there was the action system there is pretty awesome, where you're basically doing things to unlock actions on your boards, but they are like one-time use, and then they can be very powerful, but once you use them, they're gone. And um, there's some really interesting. There is a fertile ground for a very good game to be there. I just don't think they reached it, unfortunately. Would love to see your top 10 Gaia Project factions, not necessarily for solo mode, but for multiplayer. I did do a top 10 for solo. There hasn't been much movement. I don't play Gaia enough to, I think, really have changed my mind too much. But the comments, there's some really interesting comments, including comments that are like, "You are very wrong," and I'm like, "That's fine." So, but yeah, like, so you can definitely check that out. You can you can definitely check that out. It's, if you go on my Gaia Project playlist, it should be in there. Also, my top 10. I have a playlist just for my top 10s. It will be in there as well. It's probably like a year old. I do apologize for. I had a frame rate issue, so like it's a little choppy. There was something going on when I was filming, like, that was affected a couple of top 10s, which I've since fixed. And greetings from Jordan. Hello. Assalamu alaikum, man. I spent some time in Jordan. Oof, I was very young. Not that I spent time in Jordan like 2002. I spent time in Palestine, and I was in Egypt, and then after I graduated college, I was in Qatar and Bahrain and UAE. So yeah, been to that part of the world a whole lot. But yeah, Jordan did the whole Petra thing, and yeah, what a cool culture, man. I just always, the hospitality was very pretty much unparalleled. I ate very well from my new Jordanian friends when I was there, when I visited. So would love to get back, but I don't know. Traveling anywhere these days seems like just a bad idea on some level or another. So, but yeah, appreciate you stopping by for sure. But that is that. We are going to call this a day. Any questions, comments, epiphanies, put them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have an amazing weekend. I'll be back on Monday, I think, with Nemo's War. Namir says, awesome. Yeah, good deal, man. I think with Nemo's War, there's a chance I'll switch that up, but it should be Nemo's War on Monday. Gonna do some kind of stirred motivation. Should be pretty cool. And until then, happy gaming.
Solo.